she don't play nice. Throwing cans and smashing pies, flashing boobs, shaking ass. She's the queen of chaos class. Bacon, hot sauce, jumping jacks. Deodorant stack with a side of cat snacks. Low cow queens, yeah, she leads that thread. Spread for bread with icing on her head. She threw a can straight at Boogie's face, then shook them boobs like she won first place. Shaved her head in a live stream dare, cupcake crumbs flying through the air. Roach dance twist with a hip hop sway, icing in her mouth like it's birthday day. Vodka burns as the drama grows. Becky lied then cried, that's how it goes. Shot to the collar, loads on her cheek. She's been viral every week. Queen of mess and queen of flair. Name another star who'd even dare. Becky Boop, she don't play nice. Throwing cans and smashing pies, flashing boobs, shaking ass. She's the queen of chaos class. Bacon, hot sauce, jumping jacks. Deodorant sack with a side of cat snacks. Low cow queens, yeah, she leads that thread. Spread for bread with icing on her head. War declared on a Tuesday night. Mike went limp, but she kept that fight. Smashing cakes, then smashing lies. Flashing boobs for the 1000th time. She chomps that cupcake, wipes her chin. Roach dance posted once again. You say wild, Becky says bolder. Drama gets thick, but she just gets colder. Vodka down, another round. Loyal fans still gather round. One more pie, one more scream. She's a viral clip of every meme. Becky Boop still on the throne, covered in icing, queen alone. She lied, she cried, she shook that cake. Left the internet in her wake. Flashing boobs, smashing bread. Drama crown sitting on her head. Low cow queen, she runs that scene. The viral queen.
Welcome to the...
So it's funny when I was starting to record this, or, I didn't even see the intro. Like, I watched the stream, but I didn't even see the intro, right? Because, like, it was around 6 o'clock, and I went out to go get food, right? Chipotle, right? I was hungry. I wanted my protein. This is my protein. And so when I was going through this, and I was kind of... Because I usually skip the intros, right? I don't really record them. There's no real reason. And then I decided to watch this, and then I don't even know how I feel about it. I feel like 1 minute it's clearly Gunnar bait. It's clearly focused on Becky, because let's be real, Queens is the Becky show. On the other hand, all I thought was, if I ever have a daughter and she's ever like this, I think I would disown her. I think I realize why so many people would disown their daughters if they became prostitutes. And you know what? I always understood it, but this here particularly hit the nail in the coffin for me. And very depressing on my end, actually, to be fair.
Huh? What the fuck? Who's fucking with me? Who's fucking with me bringing all these people in? Wait, where am I? I'm not on this. Wait, where? They moved me. They moved me to Queens. Wait a second. Did I go to the wrong... Wait, goodbye, guys. We're on air. Wait a second. Did I go to live on air, or did I go to the Queens VC? Is somebody fucking with me? Is somebody Tina! There you are. Thank God. Queen J, thank you for gifting membership.
Excuse me, my mom's not here. She went to jail last night. That's all I can say.
What?
Yeah, she went to jail last night. That's all I can say.
Albert, shut up. I don't believe you. You rated me a 2, which is also a lie. Put your mom on the camera. She's got to be there.
She's not here.
What did she go to jail for?
I'm not speaking no more about it.
Great. So now, first we have issues with Mike. Now we have issues with Tina. Now it's just me and fucking Tina's son. Oh, this is rich. Tina would love that. Hey, Albert, you wearing a shirt today?
Yeah, because that's what normal humans do.
You want to change that?
No, thank you, cockroach. I don't need any more love.
What the fuck? Where is Tina? This isn't funny. This is... Well... And I'm already glistening. Good Lord. Tina, get your fat ass on here. I know you're around.
What do you want, bitch?
Motherfucker, stop trying to get out of work. What the actual fuck, Tina? Trying to say you went to jail? Who does that? You roped your son into lying for you? Who does that? Zoe the Popo is coming to get you.
Listen, last night, after we left the stream, we had to go bring Jacob's stuff over to his grandmother. Right? We had to take pictures of it. Listen, Becky, shut the fuck up.
I'm listening. They made me dance twice without you, Tina. I'm out of breath already.
All right, I got something for you, too. I got a surprise for you later, but just let me get this out. So, she's not feeding her children. I had to send money over there to Tina to feed the entire 3 kids over there, the one in my house. She tried to get me arrested saying I kidnapped her kid. She did a vlog today, which was from yesterday, pretending she's living at home when she's living with a man. She said 80 people molested her, then she said 80 people molested his grandkids. This bitch has lost her fucking mind, bro. And she's trying to rope me in. She did it to me in October, and now she's trying to ruin my life again. Motherfucker!
Did you say her name? Are we allowed to say her name?
Yes, Jennifer.
Jen,
yes,
so Mike's
Jennifer.
sister.
So let's start off with the usual cycle, right? I made a video not too long ago, probably like a couple days ago, where I said that lolcowqueen go into the cycle, and I think it's kind of the case here, right? You kind of see what I mean, right? Now the current cycle is them fighting against milkers for the next couple days or a week, right? That's really what it is. It's just like a constant jab on milkers for many reasons. Right, but they started out with like Albert saying Tina's son. I'm not docking him. That's literally that's his name, Albert. They kind of he said that his mom in jail really isn't. The cops did got involved like a stream before. I didn't watch that stream, so I do forgive me for my son's father. But I'm telling and then Tina went on about like I believe Jenny was his kid behind the camera's sister. I'm gonna assume that they have a lot of bad blood with each other. I know that for a fact, right? When I was kind of doing the quote unquote expose or just kind of talking about how Mike had the PDF file, Jenny, right, was always brought up, and I guess like there's some weird issue between Tina and Jenny. I personally don't really care. They're both kind of crazy, insane, but for a different reason. Like Jenny is like mentally insane, but then again she is actually kicking the bucket because of cancer. So there's that. I mean there's that, I guess.
Around like a pussy who gets a vaginal infection or something like that. Meanwhile, that fat fucking dripping pussy cunt, excuse me for one moment, Sally, that fat, wet, sweaty, dripping pussy cunt is walking around with a fucking pee bag, and she calls me a vaginal infection? What the fuck, Zeta? You make zero sense. What's up, Sally?
You got a piss bag from fat camp? Because she didn't have a piss bag at fat camp when she was
No, she's got one now.
She has it
She
from the
does have one now,
UTI.
yeah.
She has it from the
Oh,
UTI
yeah.
she got in the water. The
I don't
water.
believe that. I don't believe that. That'd be more than that. Everybody would have it then.
And now she says she has it. Then she fished for 50 points saying she's got a tumor on her bladder or something. So it helped her
Yeah,
find the tumor.
something, yeah.
But she's not saying it's a cancerous tumor. She's not pulling a full out boogie.
Trolling Super
So
Shadow
wait, I have one thing to
$20. Have
say.
you visited your parents in the cockroach outfit yet?
No, I haven't. And Zeta, I have a song for you. Actually, I'm sorry, Sally, you can talk in 1 second. I have to do this first.
$19.99. Can we recognize that Keen trolled Savage so the milkers could make pity money and they still cried mental health?
It's true.
As if Savage or Roxy cared about Becky's mental
Oh,
health.
I stepped out.
So
Fuck, I
Avenue
stepped on the
Samuel,
cord again. God damn
smiley
it. Hang on.
face emoji.
Competing with us
Zeta
is the
Ray?
worst thing they could do. Because
Zeta
now they're
Ray?
trying to do the same thing, copycat us. We gave a giveaway away, now they're giving a giveaway away. That tells me they don't have no original content.
Zeta
Why
Ray?
can't they come up with their own fucking shit?
Zeta Ray?
Sorry, Becky.
This dance is for you. I'm a tumor. 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 Fuck you,
Oh,
Zeta.
Since you can't seem to stop talking about my fucking pussy, let me
Look at
explain
the
it to you,
tumor,
you dumb
she showed
fucking
up.
twat. I have a tumor the size of a fucking softball on my cervix in my uterus. It blocks my bladder. That's how I got a UTI in fat camp, because my anatomy is fucked up. Okay, so if I get into any pool of water with any bacteria, I'm gonna get a UTI. I went into kidney failure and was retaining urine all the way up to my motherfucking eyeballs, and I almost fucking died. It has nothing to do with being fucking dirty. Clean your house, clean your crack, clean your fucking pussy and your sweaty ass saggy titties with your fucking belly button in between your fucking titties that hang down to your waist. You're an ain't shit bitch, and I'll see you in San Diego. Let's have fun hunting some ghosts, bitch.
Cry about it. Cry about your health issues while you sit on a show where everyone makes fun of my RA. Cry about it, bitch. If my RA is not off limits, neither is your I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor.
Okay? Let me play something to everybody. Zali, now that you're here, you can write it down. I'm really getting tired of this shit. I went with no fucking leg on, fell. I couldn't take my leg off the entire time I was at fucking fat camp that was stuck on my leg because of the dent in it.
Mhm.
I had a fucking callus that was wide open. If I would have got infected, it would have to take the rest of my leg. Cry me a fucking river. Don't put yourself in positions or places that you're gonna catch fucking fungus among us. But everybody out here, cry me a river, bitch, and I'll sail with the pirates all the way down that motherfucker. I'm tired of it, Zali. Nobody gets us a break.
We could do like a magic
just
school
came in
bus.
here to
Go ahead.
Well, I just came in here to say that
In my eyes, right, I think Becky is clearly dirty. I mean, like, she did literally have butt fungus a number of times in the past. And kind of going on a girl who got a UTI because of bad water. I mean, it's kind of low. It's kind of a low blow. And the whole tumor thing was like, honestly, it doesn't... I think it doesn't... Not that it doesn't matter. I think it just kind of proves a point that when you're dealing with Becky, there's nothing wrong being dirty. There really isn't nothing wrong being dirty. Hell, every time Savage goes against Becky, she goes dirty. I'm perfectly fine with it. I mean, like, if you're telling somebody, like, the tumor and all that stuff, and then singing the tumor song, and then, like, just kind of later on say, well, it was a goof, guys. It was a joke. I was being a prankster, I was being like one of the boys, and it's just like, come on, Becky, just be real. Like, you did that because you thought it would be a W. But then again, in my eyes, it's perfectly fine. Like, if I was Zeta Ray, I'd probably be playing the Becky video, the one I'm talking about, constantly in the background just to spite her. Because it'd be like, and if Keemstar Boogie asks her why you're playing it, like, hey. She talked about my tumor. She said I should have kicked the bucket because of my tumor and stuff like that. It's perfectly fine. It's fair game. And it is fair game, right? It is fair game. If you're gonna act like that, and I get it, like, Becky's been kind of attacked, rightfully so. You what you can, right? Quote unquote back, you got your back out of corner. It's there's nothing wrong, in my opinion. If she's gonna do that, play dirty. Really isn't. And it's like Tina starts going on about her foot and everything. I'm like, well, Tina, you lost your foot because you were being unhealthy, and you are unhealthy. And getting a UTI track, I think in women it's more common. Like, I'm pretty sure it is more common for women to get a UTI track than it is male, especially because there is an open wound down there for the most part, right? And I don't know how Zeta Ray lives, right? I don't know if she's clean or she's dirty. I don't know. I'm not here to really ask that question, right? Right? Like, how are you gonna attack a girl for getting a UTI when you literally are more like most women are likely to get a UTI, and you live pretty dirty for the most part. Like, even if it's quote unquote clean, it's probably the fact that it took that many months to clean your house. Hell, it's probably probably dirtier for a longer period of time. I wouldn't be surprised if there's fungus literally growing from the window. Yes, that can actually happen. Fungus can literally grow in your window. I've seen it before. Of cleaning a friend's house, and yes, fungus can grow in your windows, but you know what I mean. But with the whole Tina thing, it's like you lost your leg to yourself. That's your own stupidity. You can't just blame whoever you want. Like, I would just say give Zeta Ray a bit of a slack. And I think she has to carry a baggie or something, which is not good. And the fact that she discovered a tumor is like, ooh. And obviously, Becky had to go on about her RA or rheumatoid arthritis. I think I said that completely wrong. Apologies. I'm pretty sure the fact that you're doing all you can kind of proves you may not have RA or may not be that bad. I think it's kind of been disproven at this point that she probably doesn't have RA. Because Wings has the same thing. And Wings is like a lot heavier than Becky, and a lot taller. So what are you going on about?
That house has been thriving in its own little corner without anybody helping them. And now that I'm going to take some credit for this. Now that I said I'm interested in going to the haunted hotel, now everybody wants to fucking go. First, thank you for confirming I'm a trendsetter. We all knew it anyway. But two, bitches, if you all watched Madhouse, you would have been known about this. I've known about it.
You should have time with your family since you worked the last 18 years, didn't really have a lot of time for family. Why are you so eager to do everything on YouTube that others are able to do? I mean,
Right.
slow your fucking roll before you run into a brick wall, motherfucker.
And it just
You're
makes
a pick me.
and
You're a pick me. You're a
She
pick me.
is.
I can pick my ass.
She is the definition of a pick-me bitch. Total
Yep.
pick-me bitch.
Yes.
Delusional Freaks gave $10. Mike would be very happy with you ladies for this last week without him. We miss Mike, but you ladies are killing it without him. Love you both. Thank you so much for that. Listen, me and Tina. Oh my God. Wait a second. We're at 989 likes. Likes are free. If you want to support us and give your rally cry behind us, you guys have been so supportive already financially today. Can you please drop that like? That is something you could do to show them this 6 p.m. slot is fucking art.
The whole idea of a pick-me girl is hilarious, but the idea of somebody else calling another girl a pick-me girl is even more hilarious when they themselves is a pick-me girl. It really is just the kettle calling the pot black at this point. It's like, no matter what you do with these people, they always do the same rigmarole. And I also go on about like copycatting and like drama and content, but then it's like, come on, like you say one day you're not gonna talk about the milker, but then you end up talking about the milker. It's like it's so stupid. And the milker do the same thing. They're not gonna talk about Queen, but they talk about Queen. And then given the fact that milker is right before Queen means that it's gonna keep going. The cycle's gonna keep going, right? It never changes with these people. It's always the same rigmarole. Like, that's why I always, when I watch Queens, I'm just like, it's the same thing the day after, the day before. The day before, then the day before, then the day before, not the day. I mean, it will be the same the day after, to be real. Right?
Rally cry behind us. You guys have been so supportive already financially today. Can you please drop that like? That is something you could do to show them this 6 p.m. slot is fucking ours. You know what?
No, actually what it means is real content creators, they can have their supporters come at any time and have a good time.
That's damn right.
Guess what? That's how it works.
That's damn right. I'm proud of this time. And also, you know what else I realized, Tina? This means, remember how Keem kept moving us out of 8 p.m. to give other shows a shot? And I used to say, well, why doesn't he move LolCow Live? Why does he move us? Well, now that he's at 8 p.m., since it's supposedly the best time, he can move LolCow Live.
Guess what, Keem? We're not giving you back the 6 o'clock spot. Because we are fucking winners, whatever spot you give us. And we're keeping it now, bitch.
Not to mention, 6 o'clock is so much better. Like, now the sun is starting to set for me, but we get the natural light. We don't have to bother with, I don't have to bother with my studio lights and shit. It's so much better. I look like 10 points hotter in the natural light.
I watch all my shows at 8 o'clock, so I'm happy.
Well, yes, because I'm so happy too, because now there's actual daylight after the show ends. So, like,
Yep,
So one of the things I wanted to say before I end this video is that, yeah, it is true that a content creator can pull his audience regardless of the time, but the problem is that you gotta be entertaining enough, right? I've seen, and like, let's take other people, let's take example of other locale, like obviously RTU can pull his audience regardless of any time, Grace can, right? Another content creator, but it's usually because people want to see that stuff, right? New and old fans. But I think like in the case of like Becky or Tina, it's like you're only people are watching you is because of you're part of the locale live universe. You're not like a big time YouTuber who can pull that kind of sway, right? You're not really. And I also like how I think with this room they go on about like content creating and making content, but like their content is no different than the rest of the LCU. I mean, they don't even do anything besides challenges, raise money, make money, and people donate. It's like come on, like you don't genuinely do things. I mean, like the milkers at least try to do things. Cafe is trying to do things different, right? They're trying to make content, right? I mean, look at even at Ozzy, Taz, Nerds. They actually do content, and like milkers and Queen, they really don't. Right, it's like Milker does more than Queens, but Queens try to act like it's top shit when in reality it doesn't. Like and when they do it, they always fake their punishment, right? We've seen it happen a number of times. Also, I forgot to mention, Tina said something really stupid about getting sick from rotten eggs or something like that, and like if you eat raw eggs, right? I mean, technically any food can get you sick, right? There's always a high chance of food poisoning. That's a very common thing. But within like things like chicken and eggs, you have a higher chance of getting salmonella. I said that word wrong. I said the whole thing wrong. It's over. But you know what I mean, right? You have a higher chance of getting bacterial infection, right, or virus or fungus if you eat rotten food, like actual rotten food. If you're eating a rotten egg, right, your chances of being sick and having to go get your stomach pumped is a lot higher. It's like it really proves just how kind of unironically how sub IQ some of these people can be. And then really in the end of the day, it's just reason I don't really cover Queens a lot, or I really, not that I don't cover Queens a lot, it just kind of comes down to, as I said, it's like a cycle with them and milkers. At least with Milker, there's something about it that always changes, whereas Queens stays the same, and it always amazes me how they get the money for it. But then again, they build an strong of an audience, but they build it the backups, people who already did the work for them. I don't think Queens would be as successful if it wasn't for Locale Live. If Queens was just what it is now, it would not be successful. It probably at the most would have probably close to 500 concurrent viewers, or maybe even less. Right? It built it back off of being hyped by Keemstar and the audience that was already there. So and I'm not any different. I acknowledge I'm not any different, but I'm willing to acknowledge that. I know what I built my channel to back off, right? I know that, I'm aware of it, but I'm not gonna pretend anything else. Till then, y'all, have a good one, be safe, and God bless.